Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robin Graves, and this is the world according to Graves. Yeah, I know I'm running late. I heard about something a few days ago. I've been doing some research into this. Uh, Let me get some things out of the way before we get into this. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, check out Sprue Rods. Okay, trust me. Great stuff. They're all custom made, all handmade. He's got some really good ones right now. Um, Go check them out on their Facebook page, Sprue Rods at Facebook. Okay, check them people out. They're good. Wow. Anyway, and little sippage, little Diet Pepsi. You don't like me drinking Diet Pepsi? Don't like me drinking soda, period? Piss off. Who cares? I want you people to imagine something. Oh my. Today's good. Oh, believe me. I want you to imagine something. Imagine all the black employees of a company being called into a meeting. Black people only. No whites, just all blacks. Being called into a meeting where they're told that being black is wrong. They need to quit being black and be more like white people. Drop their blackness. Be white. Imagine that happening. Take a minute. Imagine the ramifications. Imagine how many people that aren't black will be burned at the fucking stake. Yes, I said the F word, gave the finger earlier, gave it again. I'm not looking to get monetized. Imagine that happening. Imagine the lawsuits, the violence, the rioting, the protesting will be going on. How many white people do you think would be surviving? Yeah, I want you to imagine all of this, that black people are told they can no longer be black. They're not allowed to be black. Yeah, imagine that. Now, once you've got that firmly in your head, imagine it being done to whites. They need to quit being white. That's happening. That is happening. In Seattle and in several leftist cities and even companies, a lot of companies, this is actually happening. My wife's having to go through all kinds of diversity training for her job. This hasn't happened yet with hers, but she has said once it does happen, they started this, she will be quitting. And I imagine a lot of others will be quitting too. So, can you guys hear me okay? Hello? You out there? Good. Um, we're going to talk about this. It's called Interrupting Internalized Racial Superiority. I made notes for this one, people. Interrupting internal racial superiority and whiteness. 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 When did being white become a state of being? I want to know. Because see, we're the ones that are called racist. I'm called a racist all the time because I tell the truth. Because I'm here talking to you people. I'm threatened for being a racist. My life has been threatened because I'm a Nazi racist piece of shit, according to people. But these souls can be as racist as they want to, overtly racist. First off, there's no scientific basis for whiteness or blackness. And this thing operates as a cult, okay? It feeds racism through self-guilt. Okay, this I don't know how long this is going to be. I will tell you that I did spend a couple of days comparing this and contrasting it to the way cults operate, the way they get people to join, and there is no contrast. There is no contrasting this from a cult. Okay, the program is designed to help white people examine their complicity in white supremacy just for being white. Yeah, it's nice that we're judged for our skin color. After everybody's out there screaming, yelling how white people are judging them, all of a sudden we don't judge them. I don't judge anybody by their skin color. I judge them by their character. Okay, but all of a sudden I'm a white supremacist because that color. I thought it was more of an olive color than white. Holy shit! They found a way around that. We'll get into that in a future show, future episode. God, I could go on with this one for hours, but I want you guys to watch the rest of my videos that come out. The program is designed to help white people examine their complicity in white supremacy just for being white, and to interrupt racism in ways that are accountable to Black, Indigenous, and people of color. Now, I've actually downloaded uh, some of the criteria they're using. I find it fucking disturbing, very disturbing. I need a drink here. It is very, very disturbing how these people consider this. Look, man, all kinds of new notes. The trainers, diversity trainers, and HR in the companies explain that white people all have a sense of racial superiority that makes them unable to be human and causes them to harm people of color. Now, reading further on into the criteria, they make it a point to let you know if you're white, you're not a human being. You're not human. This sounds a lot like Louis Farrakhan and White Devils. Let me get my light straightened up here a little bit. That's too much. Oh, god dang. Anyway, I've gone through the training thing online. They have it online. The whole thing. If you're white, you're a monster, according to them. Yeah. You know, white people must give up individualism, perfectionism, intellectualization. I just destroyed that word. Intellectualization and objectivity, which are all racist concepts and must be abandoned in favor of social justice principles. Who cares if that was COVID? All right, I'm looking more into this on with their criteria, their thing that they have. If you want to be the best at what you do, you're a racist. If you want to know more about something, you're a racist. Yes, that's all a white thing. Wanting to be good at what you do, wanting to know what you're talking about. Wanting to be an individual instead of just another cog in the machine. That's all racist principles, according to this. You are a racist for watching me. And you're complicit in my racism because I'm an individual with a YouTube channel. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Anything to make you into a monster. Anything to make you think you're bad. Anything. Now, social justice principles. It's all, let's get rid of white people. Let's hate white males. Let's hate straight white males. Let's hate straight people. Let's hate anybody who isn't a woman, gay, or a person of color. Right now they're saying that if you're racist, if you're not racist and you're white and you're not racist, you give all of your spare cash to black people. It seems to me that's enabling the victim mentality a little bit too much. So, anyway, oh my God. During these training sessions, all white employees should be comfortable with losing their jobs as a way of undoing their whiteness. That's a criteria to these little meetings they're having with white people. Yeah, your job is nothing because you can be replaced by a person of color. You have to accept that. You have to accept that you have no job security whatsoever. That you could be replaced just for being white. This is actually going on in the city of Seattle, their employees. It's happening with major companies across the nation now. It's the new thing. Let's hate white people. Let's treat them like shit. To hell with equality for everybody. White people have no equality. They're garbage. And I actually had one person tell me, well, now you know what it's like to be black. No. I don't have my own TV channel. I don't have my own publications. I can't get into colleges just for being white. I have no chance in sports. No. I don't know what it's like to be black. I can't get away with everything. I can't go beat up somebody and say, well, he called me a nigger. So I'm allowed to do that. Forgive me for using that word, I hate that word. But I want to get my point across. Let me go to the next page, shall I? See, more shit. The concept is that black Americans are reducible to the quality of blackness, and white Americans are reduced to their quality of whiteness. Did you know, according to this, the more white you are fitting their criteria, the more worthless you are? Yeah. The more black you are, the more that you're wonderful, the more they want you. Get this damn light. I have got to get a lighting system for people. Well, that's not too bad. According to all of this, you being white, the more white you are, the more worthless you are. The more of a monster you are. And according to the same criteria, the more black you are, the more you act black, the more the more you act the way they want you to act, which is pretty much average in every way possible, the more worthwhile you are to be around. Hold on, we got more. White people are encouraged to practice self-talk, talk to themselves, that affirms their complicity in all racism. They have to undo their own whiteness. How in the hell do I undo my own whiteness? Does it come in a spray can? Can I just spray it on myself and look like Rick James? Because believe me, man, I would love to be Rick James. Holy crap. Wow. Guy had talent. They must abandon their white behavior. I didn't know there was black or white behavior. I just thought there was good and bad behavior. But they decided to call bad behavior white behavior. Yes, it is actually in the criteria, the paperwork, the booklets that the traders get to enforce the fact that if you're white, you're bad, and your white behavior is bad behavior. Okay. So I guess wanting to do good for yourself and actually working towards it is white and it's bad. I'm surprised they don't call me orange man or something. They have to let go of all comfort. All comfort. Anything that makes you feel secure about anything, let it go. It doesn't exist to you anymore. Any physical safety you might want to have, i.e., leave your doors unlocked at night. Don't protect yourself. That's exactly what they're talking about. They're saying that's what it's like to be black, and that we must all be that way. And you have to get rid of any and all social status and relationships with other white people, including family members. Bingo! Cult. Right there. That is one of the main things the cults want you to do. Look at Scientology. Look at look at Orthodox Mormonism. You are not allowed to associate with anybody outside of that belief system. That's every cult that's out there, people. This is operating just as a cult. Exactly like a cult. Jeez. God. This is what's going on. Look, they want to do this to your kids in school. They're not going to ask your permission. They're going to do it. School's already indoctrinating your kids into being socialist assholes anyway. So why not induct them into a cult to hate, your white kids, to hate white people altogether? Jeez, man. They don't want you associated with family members. They don't want you to talk or think about what your mother had told. Even things your mother told you, you have to forget. You have to forget anything has to do with the white world. They have encouraged not even listening to white music or reading white publications because they're racist. It's all racism. It's all complicit in all the racism in the world. Because of us white people, the world is a horrible place. We cause it all. Hell, I'll admit causing Vietnam if you want me to. I don't care. I'll look at it this way. It might make my ratings higher. But, this whole cultish activity they're doing, they're the methods used in this training is the same methods used in cult programming. It persuades people that they are defective in some predefined manner, exploiting their vulnerabilities and isolating them from any and all previous relationships. That is exactly what this is trying to do. It even says so in the criteria that the HR people and these diversity trainers get to try to teach you. Do not have friends that are, if you're white, you can't have white friends. You can't speak to white friends. You can't speak to white family members. Forsake them forever. Drop your whiteness. Don't be white. Don't be white whatsoever. That's what's going on. Seattle, Washington started this shit. Seattle, Washington also cut their police force's funding by 50%, which includes 100% of the fourth quarter. That includes people's salaries. And you wonder why that city's in such dire straits. Jesus, man. I mean, I could go on with this for ages. But I'd rather you watch my videos than be totally bored. This has gotten stupid. We're sitting here allowing this, the indoctrination of our kids in schools. Now we've got people coming in and inducting white people into the cult of anti-white. If this went on against black people, oh, we would be in dire straits. They have broken it down to the social justice principles of good and evil. Black equals good, white equals evil. This is the same thing as what Louis Farrakhan has done in the past, referring to white people as devils. All white people are evil. We're all grafted snakes. I could go into Black Islam if you want me to. Believe me, I've researched Black Islam. It's wow. It's stupid. And this is pretty much a sign of Black Islam's creeping in to modern day society. Black Islam did not come around till the early 1900s by Elijah Fjord, who declared Chicago as Mecca. They believe that everybody in history was black until white people came along through a scientific experiment. White people are grafted snakes, and they're evil. White people are the personification of all evil. This is what is going on with this diversity bullshit training. It's ridiculous, man. It's stupid, and it should be stomped out. But because it's against white people, they won't do it. It's not racist because obviously white people, nobody can be racist against a white person. We're all evil bastards. This has been going on. This whole thing about white people being evil has been going on since, oh my God, decades. Read a book called The Zebra Killings. Trust me on Black Islam. Read the book The Zebra Killings. It was a true account of what happened in Chicago. But it's really, I can't believe this is happening. Honestly, man, I mean, I could sit here and tell you, well, we're turning communist. Well, we are, and anti-white, white man bad. Drop your whiteness. You're vicious. You're guilty of all the racism in the world. You caused all the racism in the world. You need to drop your whiteness and quit being white. I could turn around and say the same thing about black people. They want to sit here and blame us because of racism and how we all had slaves. I'm sorry, pal. My family didn't have slaves. My family wasn't even here in America. And the family that was here in America were nearly wiped out through attempted genocide. Okay, so don't play games with me. I play for fucking keeps. I am at a loss for words. Mark your fucking calendars, folks. Robin Graves is at a loss for words here on this. I'm so sick of being the bad guy here just because of my skin color. They've considered this whole thing. They consider Jews, Arabics, anybody from Western Europe, Germans, Italians. They're all white. They're all guilty of whiteness. The one good thing is that they no longer call Hispanics white. So all you guys, Latinos out there, you're not white. Don't worry about yourselves. The black guy calls you white, they're a lying sack of shit. What I'm getting, they want to get rid of racism by promoting more racism. This is like, the house is on fire. Let's pour gasoline on it. Maybe it'll go out. This is what this whole thing's turned into. The whole philosophy behind this. And this is, like I said, this isn't just Seattle. This is happening across the nation, and several companies are bringing this shit in to try to get white people to get along better with minorities. I got news for you, man. A straight white male is the true minority in this country. We're the ones who are treated like garbage. If you believe in yourself, if you want to be good at what you do, if you want to do better for yourself, if you have a few dollars extra, you can save back. You're a racist because you're not, because you're being white. So we're all supposed to be average, poor, destitute, not white, before everybody's happy. I don't know how black people are putting up with this, because giving your whiteness means being average, mediocre, uh, not an individual, being a cog in the machine, just doing whatever you're being told. That's that's blackness according to this diversity trader. So how can you black people out there stand being told you're average, you're nothing, you're not special, you're garbage, you should be poor? Yeah. And there are people that are going along with this because they refuse to think for themselves. My God, God forbid somebody looks at this and goes, well, there's something might be wrong with this. No, they go right along with it because I believe that we're racist people. What makes you believe that? Because some diversity trainer told you? Well, I'll tell you, you need to give all your money to me. I have a very good cause saving the plankton. Give me your money. Enough of that. I'm too pissed off. This whole thing just runs me the wrong way. And it should run you the wrong way if you give a shit about anything. Now, yesterday, a very good friend of mine, William Johnston, him and his father both informed me of something, and I went and looked it up. Yeah, I know it was Communist News Network that pushed it first, then the Washington Compost, a few other trash mags, but it's been official right now, and this frightens me to no extent. The bubonic plague has broken out in China, just like COVID-19. Just like COVID-19. The WHO is on top of it, just like COVID-19. And they're saying there's no real threat of this going anywhere else, just like COVID-19. The fact that WHO is involved with this frightens me to no end. Because I know their track record. We all know their track record. They're the ones who gave the bad information to President Trump that President Trump said. And now everybody's saying, well, he mishandled the virus. He's not a virologist. He went by what the WHO said. They've got a track record that sucks. I trust them as far as I can throw a fucking tank. So should you. Jesus. But so far they're saying that that it's not a threat here to America, just like COVID wasn't. Even though China stopped all domestic flights and kept promoting overseas travel for the Chinese, spreading it everywhere. What do you think they're going to do with bubonic plague, people? You think that it's going to be contained only to China? Do you think that it's going to be under control? Now their story, the reason this started is because people were eating marmots. That's with this weird looking rat thing, rodent. They're saying it came from that. I don't believe so. Because cooking an animal, cooking flesh to where it's fully cooked, will destroy so much bacteria. Believe me, the bacteria that starts bubonic plague will be destroyed. This was not. This is the same thing as what they said. Oh, it came from a bowl of bat soup, which we know it didn't. It came directly from the Wuhan Virology Institute. This happened in another city. Well, so far I've read 3 different cities it supposedly started at. So this is another attempt by China to spread a contagion. Now the good thing about this is that unlike COVID-19, bubonic plague is very treatable. It is exceedingly treatable these days. There is an antidote for it. There is a vaccine that will wipe it out right out if you catch it. You just have to know the symptoms. Okay, it's pretty much pneumonia type symptoms, including listlessness and just muscle weakness and body aches. So yeah, there was a lot of talk that COVID was a test run, which I kind of tossed away because it sounded too much like a conspiracy theory to me. But now I'm starting to think maybe they knew something. Maybe I should have listened. So yeah, you know, it's uh, turned into China against the world, and COVID was a test run, more than likely. There's a very good chance it was. I'm not saying 100%, but it's looking that way. Now it's bubonic plague. What's after that? So, anyway, I want to let you guys go. Oh, by the way, message to Aaron Pilcher and my ersatz producer, the guy who gives me a lot of ideas, and I've run a lot of things past him before I even talk to you people. Gonzor, the Lord of Darkness. I'm not wearing pants. Gotcha. You guys take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you later. Uh, I love every one of you. You guys are like family to me. Talk hard. I'm Robin Graves. This has been The World According to Graves. Catch you next time.